couple days ago, I got another set of frame sliders, and these look a lot like the SW Motec. Actually, I stumbled on them on Amazon, and I really kind of like them. I really liked the SW Motec. I had this specific design similar to this on my Versus, and they were really solid, and they made them pretty good. These are not. I think these are probably made in China. I've never seen them before, and I'll put the name up there. I don't remember what they were called, but the reason I like these is, for one thing, they just look a little bit nicer, because what I had previously was just that, I guess it was like a polyurethane or hard plastic type, just a piece. And when I laid my bike down back in October, I was on the other side. It laid down on the gravel, and it really scratched it up, and it bent the bolt a little bit, and I bent it back. But the thing I like about this here is, you know, I've tested these in my garage. I mean, a controlled layover, and I haven't done it with these yet, but I recently did it when I put these T-Rex engine sliders, these engine protectors. I got them on both sides. I'll talk about that in a second. But with the slider right here, I laid down. I had a canvas mat, and I laid it down, and I gently laid the bike down. And from this point right here, the center of gravity on the bike is somewhere up higher. So when it lays down, at least with a full tank of gas, when it lays down here, and then the top leans more on the handlebars. So I'm thinking that since the contact point would be up higher, you know, possibly the center of gravity will be below here. I haven't tested it, and when I test it, maybe I'll do an update. But you know, that I just gonna have to lay it down in the garage and try it. But these are made pretty solid. I'll put a link, an Amazon link, in the description. But when I looked this morning, there was only 2 of them in stock. So I don't know if it's going to be something that they're going to get more of, or if it's a one-time thing, or SW Motec is going to take them to court because they copied their design, because it's exact. And even the logo, because there was a little plug that I opted not to install. The SW Motec looks like it's plastic, and it's got the little bull, you know, their logo design. And this one, these are actually, they're like machined aluminum with like a rubber gasket. And so I stuck them in, and it looks like, you know, you hit a bump or riding or whatever, they're going to fall out. So I opted not to install them, because, you know, before I put anything on here, I mean, there was just this hole right here, and you could see the hex nut that, you know, goes to the engine block. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I like it that way. I don't like their logo anyways. So the other thing that I picked up about a week or so prior was, these are made by T-Rex Racing, and I was always looking for something, but all of them that I found were just kind of like really expensive. There's a few different manufacturers. You know, go to this side of the bike. It's darker over here because the sun's on that side. But on the 3-cylinder here, the alternator really sticks out a lot, and this really took a beating. And it didn't. You know, luckily it didn't lay down on pavement. It laid down on some gravel, so it scratched it up. But I found some paint, and I sanded it and repainted it, and it's held up pretty good. It's I think it's Nissan, some sort of Nissan gray paint. But the thing I like about this, and the reason why, you know, you kind of need to have that, is because no matter what, I mean, if you lay your bike down and it slides at all, it's going to get damaged. I mean, no amount of sliders or engine protectors or nothing is going to protect your bike from damage if it goes down. That's just it. But the thing that you're going to gain from that is if it goes down and it busts a hole here and all your engine oil leaks out, then you're not going to be riding away. So even with bent handlebars or something, you can still ride. But if your engine oil is leaking out, and these covers are, I believe they're just cast aluminum, so it doesn't really take a lot to really put them out. And I saw on another bike, Agent Cox 000, he also is a motovlogger here in this area. He laid his down. He had 2 sliders, but the timing cover really kind of took a beating, and it ground off like a good portion of his exhaust pipe, and it's still. So at least with this, for about about $120-ish, $130 for the set, and they're plastic. They're like a really hard plastic. They actually make bearings out of this type of plastic and rollers for conveyors and stuff. So yeah, if it slides, yeah, it's going to grind down, but it's not going to get down to the critical parts. So. Yeah, so I mean, I would rather be able to ride if I fall, but I do have towing on my insurance, but you definitely don't want to have to get your bike towed. It's just less damage too, and some insurance companies will give you a break if you have some protection on your bike. I mean, I know they will if you have the low jack or you have security. But I don't know. It's if it's my last wreck, I did contact my insurance, but I ended up canceling the claim because it was only like $400 for me to fix. So I could have just paid the deductible, but I just opted to do it myself and then not have an accident. I'll save that for for a bigger accident. Hopefully it never happens. But I'll test the center of gravity on this, and I'll do an update. I'm just kind of curious too. I just haven't done it yet, and I'm certainly not going to do it on the raw pavement. But yeah, it's for me. I really like the looks of it. I mean, it's just a better look. So, all right, yeah, it's just another update. The bike's doing really well. We got a a trip to Cottonwood coming up in a couple of weeks, and I'll put out some video of that. It's going to be probably mostly just, video of other motorcycles and some scenic highways on the bike. And hopefully it doesn't rain and sleet and snow like it did last year, so you never know. Alright guys, well, stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time.